Butterbean's Cafe, one magical night. One summer afternoon, Cricket was reading about the legend of the Glowberry Fairy. Suddenly, someone shouted from the roof garden. "Radical!" Jasper cried. "There's so many!" "So many what?" Cricket asked as she flew up there. "Raspberries," Jasper replied. "The first of the season." "Do you like raspberries?" "Oh, yeah. You crushed a whole container tonight, didn't you?" "So good for you." Cricket and Jasper flew into the cafe. "The first raspberries are ripe," Cricket announced. Then she read from her book. "When the first berries of the season are ripe, the Glowberry Fairy will fly through the night. Make her a berry-filled treat just so, and she'll make all the berries in the garden glow." Cute. "I think that's just a story," Jasper said. "Well, I think she's real," Cricket said. "Can we make a berry treat and wait up for her tonight?" "Of course we can," Butterbean replied. Cricket set the table for the Glowberry Fairy, making it look just like one of the pictures in her book. She finished by leaving a raspberry muffin as a special treat for the fairy. It's really pretty, isn't it? Then she started to wait. "Cricket, she might not come if you're standing right next to the muffin all night," Butterbean said. That gave her an idea. They would go to the roof and watch for the Glowberry Fairy with a pair of binoculars. What are these called? Binoculars. The sisters kept watching. Cricket couldn't see anything. But then she spotted something near the house next door. "I think I see her," Cricket said. "Where?" Butterbean asked. Cricket looked through binoculars and saw their neighbor taking out the trash. Cricket sighed. "It's just Mr. Hops," she said. She was excited. "Oh, look at her sparkly boots. Aren't those cute?" "I know the rest of the team doesn't believe in the Glowberry Fairy," Cricket said, "but do you?" "I do believe there's magic all around us, so you never know," Butterbean replied. But she didn't sound convinced. Just then, Cricket heard jingling sound. The sisters gasped. "The door!" they said at the same time. Cricket and Butterbean snuck downstairs to try and catch a glimpse of the Glowberry Fairy, and they saw Poppy and Dazzle. They were setting out treats for the Glowberry Fairy, too. "We don't know if she's real or a story," Poppy said. "But if she's real, we want to see her," Dazzle explained. They're cute. I like their treats, too. Then they heard a thump. It came from the kitchen. They all hurried in to see the fairy. It was Jasper. He was leaving out a raspberry treat, too. "What are you doing here?" Cricket asked. "If the Glowberry Fairy is going to make the garden glow, I've got to see it," he said. Now the whole bean team was watching for the Glowberry Fairy. After a while, Cricket spotted a flickering light near Ms. Marmalade's cafe. "There!" she cried. Everyone looked. "I see her," Butterbean said. "Oh, my squash," Dazzle said. The light stopped flickering, and the friends could hear Spork and Spatch arguing. "I want to turn off the light," Spork said. "No, I want to," Spatch replied. The bean team laughed. Spork and Spatch were definitely not the Glowberry Fairy. They heard the front door jingle again. They hurried down into the cafe and turned on a light. It was Cookie. She had her paw on the treat jar. There was no sign of the Glowberry Fairy. "Oh, it's almost morning," Dazzle said. "I guess it is just a story," Jasper said. "We should get some rest," said Butterbean. Cricket didn't want to give up. "Can I leave my muffin out?" she asked, just in case. "Of course, Cricket," Butterbean said, and the team headed home. As Cricket slowly fluttered across the bridge, a little behind the others, she heard the jingle of the door back at the cafe. She turned and saw something quickly fly by. Could it be the Glowberry Fairy? She flew as fast as she could, calling for the others to follow. You think it's the Glowberry Fairy? You do? Ooh! After Cricket burst into the cafe, she saw that someone had eaten part of her raspberry muffin. She hurried up the stairs. Outside, Cricket saw something darting through the air. It was the Glowberry Fairy! Look, her pigtails look like raspberries. "Now do you believe in the Glowberry Fairy, Butterbean?" Cricket asked. "I sure do," Butterbean said. "Thanks to you." Good night, Glowberry Fairy.